Hello students, I am Bharati, your accountancy teacher. Now we are going to see about to be continue the same chapter 9 ratio analysis under the topic profitability ratio. What is the profitability ratio? Profitability ratios help to assess the profitability of a business concern. This ratio also help to analyze the earning capacity of the business in terms of utilization of resources employed in the business. Generally, these ratios are expressed as a percentage. The profitability ratio commonly used are gross profit ratio, operating cost ratio, operating profit ratio, net profit ratio, return on investment. So these are all the above topics will be discussed in this class. First, you can see the problem solved to question number 13 to 18. So come to the question number 13. I will read the question. Calculate gross profit ratio from the following: revenue from operation rupees 2,50,000, cost of revenue from operations rupees 2,10,000 and purchases rupees 1,80,000. Question is find out the gross profit ratio. So what is the gross profit ratio? Gross profit ratio is the proportion of gross profit to net revenue from operations. Gross profit ratio shows the margin of profit available out of revenue from operations. It is computed as below. What is the formula of gross profit ratio? Gross profit divided by revenue from operation into 100. So gross profit means revenue from operations minus cost of revenue from operations. Revenue from operations rupees 2,50,000 minus cost of revenue from operation rupees 2,10,000. So we get rupees 40,000. In this value is known as gross profit value. Therefore, what is the formula of gross profit ratio? Gross profit divided by revenue from operations multiplied by 100. Gross profit 40,000 divided by revenue from operation 2,50,000 into 100. We get 16. So, if any number have to be multiplied by 100 அப்படின்னா நம்ம என்ன மென்ஷன் பண்ணோம்? கான்செப்ட் என்ன சொல்லுது? Generally, this ratio are expressed as a percentage. So, 60%. Then question number 14. Calculation of operating cost ratio கேட்குறாங்க. Following is the statement of profit and loss of Batma Limited for the year ended 31st March 2018. Calculate the operating cost ratio. So statement of profit and loss value is given in the question. First one, operating cost ratio. Profitable ratio, another ratio, operating cost ratio. What will be operating cost ratio? Operating cost ratio is the proportion of operating cost to revenue from operations. This ratio is a test of the operational efficiency of the business. It is calculated as under the formula of operating cost ratio: operating cost divided by revenue from operations into 100. The operating cost is the cost which is associated with the operating activities of the business. Then operating cost means cost of revenue from operations plus operating expenses. Then operating expenses means employee benefit expenses plus depreciation plus other expenses related to office and administration, then selling and distribution. A lower operating ratio indicates better profitability, lesser the operating cost ratio. Higher is the margin available for payment of non-operating expenses such as interest on loans, loss on sale of fixed assets, etc. So I will read the question. The first one, find out the operating cost ratio. What is the formula of operating cost ratio? Operating cost divided by revenue from operations into 100. First, operating cost means cost of revenue from operation. Cost of revenue from operation. Operating cost, cost of revenue from operation plus operating expenses. Operating cost means cost of revenue from operations plus operating expenses. Cost of revenue from operation rupees 9 lakh plus operating expenses 3 lakhs. So totally rupees 12 lakh. It is the operating cost value. Then revenue from operations. Revenue from operations means purchase of stock in trade plus change in inventories of stock in trade plus direct expenses. Direct expenses means wages. Rupees 8,060 purchase of stock in trade plus change in inventories of stock in trade 40,000. Totally rupees 9 lakhs. So in this value is known as cost of revenue from operation. Then operating expenses means administration expenses plus selling and distribution expenses plus employee benefits expenses. That is a employee benefit expense means salaries. Direct expense means wages. இது நமக்கு என்னன்னு சொல்கிறோம், பெனிஃபிட் வந்து எம்ப்ளாயீஸ் பெனிஃபிட்ன்றது சேலரின்னு சொல்கிறோம். அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் 50,000 ப்ளஸ் செல்லிங் அண்ட் டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூஷன் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் 90,000 plus 1,60,000 is the employee benefit expenses, totally 3 lakh rupees. So 3 lakh rupees means operating expenses value. So what are the formula of operating cost ratio? Operating cost divided by revenue from operation. இங்கே பாருங்க, operating cost வந்து 12 lakh divided by revenue from operation 15 lakhs into 100. So we get 80%. And generally this ratio are expressed as a percentage. Another so 80%. Then come to the question number 15. So in this question is calculate operating profit ratio under the following cases. Case 1, revenue from operations rupees 8 lakh, operating profit rupees 2 lakh. Then case 2, revenue from operations rupees 20 lakh, then operating cost rupees 14 lakh. Case 3, revenue from operations rupees 10 lakh, gross profit 25% on revenue from operations, operating expenses rupees 1 lakh. Case 1, operating profit ratio. What are the formula of operating profit ratio? First, operating profit ratio means operating profit ratio gives the proportion of operating profit to revenue from operations. Operating profit ratio is an indicator of operational efficiency of an organization. It may be computed as follows. The formula is operating profit divided by revenue from operations into 100. So alternatively, it is calculated as under operating profit ratio. Another one formula 100 minus operating cost ratio. So operating profit means revenue from operations minus operating cost. A higher ratio indicates better profitability. So greater the operating ratio, higher is the margin available for paying non-operating expenses. So formula is operating profit divided by revenue from operations into 100. Operating profit revenue from operations 20 lakhs minus operating cost rupees 14 lakhs. So 12 lakhs minus 14 lakhs we get rupees 6 lakh. So in this value is known as operating profit. Therefore operating profit ratio 6 lakh divided by 20 lakh into 100. So we get 30%. This is a operating profit ratio. Then first one, operating profit ratio. Operating profit divided by revenue from operations into 100. 2 lakh operating profit divided by revenue from operation 8 lakh multiplied by 100, we get rupees 25%. Case 1, 25% of operating profit ratio. Then case 2, 30% of the operating profit ratio. Then case 3, operating profit ratio. Operating profit divided by revenue from operations into 100. Operating profit means gross profit minus operating expenses. So gross profit means 25% of 10 lakhs. So we get rupees 2,50,000 is the gross profit. Then operating profit 2,50,000 minus 1 lakh, we get 1,50,000. Therefore operating profit ratio equal to 1,50,000 divided by 10 lakh into 100, we get 15%. This is operating profit ratio. Case 3. Then exercise number 16. From the following details of a business concern, calculate the net profit ratio. So given the value, find out the net profit ratio. What in by net profit ratio? So net profit ratio means the percentage of net profit on revenue from operations. It is calculated as under net profit ratio equal to net profit after tax divided by revenue from operations into 100. So net profit after tax equal to gross profit plus indirect income minus indirect expenses minus tax, or another one formula, net profit after tax revenue from operations minus cost of revenue from operations minus operating expenses minus non-operating expenses plus non-operating income tax. So net profit ratio is an indicator of the overall profitability of the business. A higher net profit ratio indicate high profitability. So in this problem, find out the net profit value. Net profit after tax divided by revenue from operation into 100. Net profit means revenue from operation minus cost of revenue from operation minus office and administrative expenses minus selling and distribution expenses. So revenue from operation rupees 9,60,000 minus cost of revenue from operation rupees 5,50,000, then office and administration expenses minus 1,25,000. So totally we get 2,40,000. Then net profit ratio, net profit 2,40,000 divided by revenue from operation 9,60,000 into 100, we get 25%. This is a net profit ratio. Then exercise number 17. From the following statement of profit and loss of distinctions limited, calculated gross profit ratio, the net profit ratio. What are the formula of gross profit ratio? Gross profit divided by revenue from operation into 100. So gross profit value, what is my gross profit? Gross profit value means rupees 6 lakh, rupees 6 lakh divided by revenue from operations 24 lakh into 100, 25%. This is a gross profit ratio. Then what is my gross profit? Revenue from operation minus purchase of stock in trade minus change in investment. So revenue from operation 24 lakhs minus purchase of stock in trade 18 lakh 80,000 minus change in investment 80,000. So we get rupees 6 lakh. So this is a gross profit value. So gross profit divided by revenue from operation 6 lakh divided by 24 lakhs into 100, we get 25%. It's the gross profit ratio. Then another one ratio, net profit ratio. Net profit after tax divided by revenue from operations into 100. So net profit value, already net profit value is given. Net profit value means gross profit plus indirect income minus indirect expenses minus tax, or another one formula, net profit after tax equal to revenue from operation minus cost of revenue from operations minus operating expenses minus non-operating incomes, non-operating income. Okay, so the net profit after tax on the 2,40,000 divided by revenue from operation 24 lakhs, 24 lakhs 40,000. So we multiply by 100, we get 10%. So this is a net profit ratio. Then exercise number 18. From the following information, the trading activities of Jones Limited calculated gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating cost ratio, then operating profit ratio. So in this problem, we have to find out the 4 ratios value. The first one, gross profit ratio. What are the formula of gross profit ratio? Gross profit divided by revenue from operation into 100. So gross profit means revenue from operation minus purchase of stock in trade minus changes in inventories. So revenue from operation 40,000 minus purchase of stock in trade 30,000, so we get 16 lakhs. Then gross profit ratio 1,60,000 divided by revenue from operation value 4 lakhs multiplied by 100, so we get 40 percentage. So in this value is known as gross profit ratio. Then second one ratio, net profit ratio. Then second one ratio, net profit ratio. What are the formula of net profit ratio? Net profit after tax divided by revenue from operation into 100. So net profit 80,000 divided by revenue from operations 4 lakh into 100, we get 20 percentage. Next, operating cost ratio. Then third one ratio, operating cost ratio. So what are the formula of operating cost ratio? Operating cost divided by revenue from operation into 100. First operating cost, first express பண்ணுறது நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்? ஆப்ரேட்டிங் காஸ்ட். நியூமரேட்டர் என்ன இருக்கு? ஆப்ரேட்டிங் காஸ்ட். ஸோ வாட் இன் பை ஆப்ரேட்டிங் காஸ்ட்? காஸ்ட் ஆஃப், அதாவது ஆப்ரேட்டிங் காஸ்ட் மீன்ஸ் காஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ரெவன்யூ ஃப்ரம் ஆப்ரேஷன்ஸ் ப்ளஸ் ஆப்ரேட்டிங் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ். தென் ஆப்ரேட்டிங் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் ஃபஸ்ட் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்ணும்போது அதர் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ₹60,000 கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. தென் ஆப்ரேட்டிங் காஸ்ட், அதாவது காஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ரெவன்யூ ஃப்ரம் ஆப்ரேஷன் 2,40,000 ப்ளஸ் அதர், அதாவது ஆப்ரேட்டிங் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ₹60,000 இருக்குது. ஸோ 2,40,000 ப்ளஸ் 60,000 டோட்டலி ₹3 lakh. ஸோ 3 lakh இஸ் நோன் அஸ் ஆப்ரேட்டிங் காஸ்ட் ரேஷியோ, சாரி ஆப்ரேட்டிங் காஸ்ட் வேல்யூ. Therefore operating cost ratio, operating cost divided by revenue from operations into 100. Operating cost 3 lakh divided by revenue from operations 4 lakh into 100, we get 75%. 75% is the operating cost ratio. Then last one, operating profit ratio. Operating profit ratio, operating profit divided by revenue from operations into 100. So operating profit means revenue from operations minus operating cost. Revenue from operation ₹4 lakh minus operating cost ₹3 lakh. So 4 lakh minus 3 lakh, remaining ₹1 lakh. So 1 lakh is the operating profit value. Therefore what are the formula of operating profit ratio? Operating profit divided by revenue from operation into 100. So operating profit 1 lakh divided by revenue from operation 4 lakh into 100. So we get 25%. So this is a operating profit ratio value. So students, today we have learned about profitability ratio. So there is net profit ratio, gross profit ratio, operating cost ratio and operating profit ratio. The above topics are completed in this class. So chapter is over. Students understand the concept. I will hope that thorough all the formula can easier prepare all the ratios. So I will give few assignment. Write it in the assignment notebook. So if you have any doubt, please contact me. Thank you students.